Alright everyone, it sounds like we've got a pretty based sheriff here that we've got to talk about. I'm going to read some of this verbatim. Now this is a left-wing article, so it's basically a stink piece. But I actually agree with the sheriff's actions here. He made a public post about it too. I don't know if Ohio is the land of cockamamie political nonsense. There seems to be plenty of this right now. I agree, mostly coming from the Harris campaign. Being sued by Tim Pool, actually. The purported land of goose-grabbing, hungry Haitian immigrants is out of the spotlight, which is now being shown on Portage County. Frankly, what's going on here is creepy in a 1984 George Orwell sort of way. Portage County Sheriff Bruce D. Zuchowski, in a Facebook post, asked his followers to keep track of his neighbors, voicing support for Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign, according to Raw Story. Local news station WKYC reports that Zuchowski, and they spell it two different ways, so I'm not sure exactly. I'm assuming that the one with the K is probably the correct one. Told followers to write down the addresses of people who've put Harris wall signs in front of their lawns so he could drop off undocumented immigrants at their homes. Here's his exact post, by the way. Here it's spelled with a CH instead of a K. I'm assuming that that is an Eastern European name, by the way. When people ask me, what's going to happen if the flip-flopping, laughing hyena wins? That's a reference to Harris, of course. I say, write down the addresses of the people who had their signs in their yards. So, when the illegal human locust, which she supports, need places to live, we'll already have the addresses of their new families who supported their arrival. This stink piece here, again, written by leftoids, obviously I disagree with the tenor of the article. I think that it's a good idea, though. If you're voting for someone who is openly professing that they want, illegal immigrants to be housed in the United States, open up your houses. What about this NIMBYist bullshit? This gets me pissed off more than basically anything else. It is perfectly fine to push for whatever you want under the sun, but you should be responsible for the repercussions of what you're pushing. Do you want nuclear energy? Well, yes, I do. Well, then if I put a nuclear station in your community, you won't have a problem with that, right? Oh, no, not here. Put it in the next neighborhood. I don't want to be near the nuclear power station. Alright, but you said you supported nuclear power. Yes, but not here. Alright, whatever. Do you support wind power? Yes, I love wind power. It's renewable energy. It's green energy. Alright, we're going to put a bunch of windmills up on the hill near your home because it's the perfect location. It gets fresh breeze all the time. We're going to generate so much power. No, not there. There's like an endangered turtle species or something. I hate NIMBYists more than anyone else in the world. In fact, I can't think of another group that I do hate. NIMBYists. People who will say, I support a cause, but I don't want the repercussions of that cause. Not in my backyard. That's literally what NIMBY means. And this is what we're seeing here. People are supporting a campaign that wants undocumented individuals to pour into the country. And then they're all up in arms because some county sheriff decided to say, hey, you take down their names, they can take them in. Well, I mean, you probably got a spare bedroom. Most of you people tend to be upper middle class anyway. If you're voting for Kamala Harris, you're probably not on the lower end of society, and you're probably either super rich or, you don't have to worry about the economy as much. You've got yours, basically. The Democrats have become the party of the rich at this point, which is a complete inversion of what it was like 20 years ago. Again, Gen Zers will not understand this. You were still in diapers at the time. I was already complaining about the Iraq War. It's a monumental failure by so-called liberal politicians, their particular programs that they've been instituting. And the Biden-Harris campaign has failed with regards to the U.S. border. If, therefore, you support the Kamala Harris campaign because Biden, decided not to run because of a palace coup, and we all know that that's exactly what happened. The Clintons and the Obamas stepped in, and the Pelosi's of the party, and staged an intervention, so to speak. It's like, Grandpa, you really need to go into the assisted living home because, we're very, very worried about you. So come with us. Come on, take my hand. Don't worry, it's perfectly... Don't worry, we'll get you a Swedish nurse with big tits or something like that. That's what you'd have to do with Joe Biden. Or get him a 12-year-old. Apparently, he doesn't care about the age range. Old, young, it doesn't matter to him. He's a little bit of a pervert. But Bruce Zuchowski sounds pretty based. His idea is fundamentally a fair one, too. It's like, if I vote for Trump, and I will, I should be liable for the policies that he institutes. Now, shouldn't I? As a member of the public, as a citizen of the United States, I'm voting for him because I think he's the better candidate. Perfect? No, absolutely not. Better? Hell yes, absolutely better. If you're voting for the Kamala ticket, you should be liable for some of what happens. Other people should not have to deal with your bullshit. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if you want to pay more taxes, well then you should get a double share. You should cover my extra tax rate. If you want more migrants in the United States, that's fine. Let's settle them in your communities. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's all right. Martha's Vineyard, they can absorb a few hundred people, now can't they? I think that that's perfectly fair. This is probably the way we should structure our legal system, actually, when you think about it. You are responsible. Maybe we should get rid of secret voting. This has been a problem. It's like, secret ballots, basically. So nobody knows who you voted for. Maybe you should be on record as who you voted for. And then you should be more or less liable for the policies of the current administration based on whether you voted for them or not. This would be an interesting experiment now, wouldn't it not? I think that would be quite funny. That's about all. Peace out.